What's up, y'all? It's your boy Dawson from D&D TV. I want to thank everybody for rating, commenting, and subscribing. Everybody who's rocking with me, all the new subscribers. I appreciate y'all for subscribing and for viewing these videos, and I hope that you all find something encouraging, educational about these videos. And definitely everybody who's commenting, I appreciate all the comments, good, bad, or indifferent. And I just ask that we all just respect each other's opinion down in those comment sections, because everyone's opinion matters and you all are significant, and I appreciate you. I'm going to get into this story real quick. One of my subscribers sent me this message, and it said, "Dawson, Denise, get on this story now, my people. Jamal Bryant is in deep legal trouble this time, y'all. Brother Leonard the Truth Seeker," and shout out to Leonard the Truth Seeker. I do watch his videos from time to time, and y'all go check him out and go over there and subscribe. Brother Leonard the Truth Seeker just reported that Jamal Bryant now has a temporary restraining order on him for beating the living hell out of a female in New York. He has been ordered to appear in court on July the 20th because the lady is filing a restraining order against him. The lady is requesting a hearing to press charges against him for battery. I know y'all do great work keeping the people up on the wickedness of these false prophets. Thank you. I think y'all need to report this story fast. All right, first of all, thank you, Music Grooves. I appreciate that. And I did look this story up because I really wanted to get some information on it, and before I did anything on this story. And apparently this young woman, Jennifer Wright, they have her date of birth here, and actually the temporary order of protection is online. She hit up Rolling Out magazine, and the article in Rolling Out magazine states that Baltimore-based megachurch pastor and the Preacher's Talk show co-host Jamal Bryant is accused of abuse, stalking, and harassing. And this is the lady she wrote in. She said, "It is sad when a person calls themselves a shepherd of a flock, but privately he is abusing, stalking, and harassing me. It has gotten so bad that I had to go to the police and the courts for help. Jamal Bryant is just pure evil, and people continue to endorse him." Someone writes in an anonymous email to Rolling Out magazine on Thursday, July 13, 2017. The subject line read, "Jamal Harris Bryant is a menace to society." Now, keep in mind that this was written to Rolling Out magazine on July 13, 2017. And here's the temporary order of protection. It says, "A temporary order of protection is filed in the family court of the state of New York, County of the Bronx, on June 15th, 2017. The petitioner, Jennifer Wright, accuses Jamal Harris Bryant of harassment. The order is in effect until July 20th, 2017. And that is the day they're going to go to court. So that's when they'll handle the situation there. Now, I was kind of like hesitant on doing a video on this, because I'm like, the last time I did a video on Jamal Harris Bryant, people were like, "Oh, Jamal is a pastor. Jamal Bryant is my spiritual father. Jamal Bryant is a great man. He is a great leader. Jamal Bryant is a great father. He's a great protector. He's a great preacher. Look, Jamal Bryant got to control his dick." I told y'all in the last video, and that goes for him and some of these other men in the church and some of these women too. We got to control our sexual organs, and we got to be real when we get up there and we talk on these pulpits to make sure that what we're speaking about, we're living it. We're about it in our lives, that we're living it. And that's the problem that everybody keeps getting into. People will get up here because a lot of people, y'all, come on, y'all, come in. Let's talk. Y'all know most of us have been churched all our lives. We've been in that atmosphere all our lives, that if you are a good speaker, if you know how to woo the crowd, if you are a person who knows how church goes, it's easy to get in front of the pulpit and talk one way, sing one way, preach one way, usher one way, be a deacon one way, and then when you get out of that church, you live another way. And that has clearly been evident in Jamal Bryant's life. Just in earlier part, June the 1st, he was in court with Latoya Odom, that lady he has that the child by that he had a year ago, because she was going to put out a warrant for him, because he hadn't been paying child support. He was in court for that. So when I constantly hear stuff on Jamal Bryant, there's a lot of stuff that I just let pass by, because really I don't like. Jamal Bryant is a good orator. He can speak well. He does a lot. I think he comes from Morehouse. Hey, hold to the house. I love Morehouse College. So I know he has that social justice warrior thing going, and maybe that's just what he needs to do. And I think he needs to kind of maybe bow out of trying to be a pastor and just do social justice work and maybe go into politics, because I think people would respect him more if he did that. But to be a pastor and to be up on Periscope time and time again, talking about Leandra, talking about Tyrese, talking about other people, talking about everything you can name, he talks about, and he doesn't talk about it. He criticizes it most of the time. And it's so sad that when you're constantly throwing stones at people and trying to criticize them, your dirt gets uncovered, the stuff that you're doing, because it's like, what are you really in front of people for? Is it really about God and about the people, or is it about you being seen? And I've always said this since our first video on YouTube. I think it was our first video. To me, Jamal Bryant is an opportunist. That's all he wants, is an opportunity. And it obviously, people like his charisma. He has that show with Pastor D. Hugh and some of those other pastors, the Preacher Show. Hey, good for him. But do I think that he needs to be on a pulpit preaching to people? No. But if people still want to follow him after so many children outside of wedlock, after all these women who come up and say they slept with him, hey, look, I'm just saying, that's y'all. If this stuff really does not surprise me with Jamal Bryant and some other pastors, because I feel we live in a time now where people want to see the miracles and the signs of God. And when you have charismatic pastors like Jamal Bryant, like Juanita Bynum, like Brian Carn, like some of the other ones who get up here and they're so emotional with it and they draw you in and they're rolling around and they're speaking in all these tongues, but there's no interpreter. What are you saying to us? And people buy into that because people want to hear from God. Let y'all, come on, y'all, snap out of it. If you want to hear from God, you know the best thing to do when you want to hear from God? Get by yourself. Let it be an audience of one. Go somewhere else and worship by yourself without having somebody prompting you and some music there. Go spend some time. See, some of us don't even like to be by ourselves. If Jesus went and sat by himself, why you can't go sit by yourself? Why you can't go talk to the Father by yourself? We always want, oh, well, TD Jakes seems so spiritual and Juanita Bynum seems so spiritual and Paula White seems so spiritual and Pastor Benny Hinn, touch me, Pastor Benny. No, Benny Hinn, you can stay right over there in Orlando, because the same God that's in Detroit is the same God that's in Dubai, is the same God that's in Japan, is the same God that's in Australia, is the same God that's over here in Hawaii. God, you don't have to go through all these different people to have a touch from God, to have a miracle from God. And the reason why we think we do is because we don't spend our personal time with God. You don't spend time with your creator. And somebody got mad because I said creator. I'm going to say it again. Our creator. God is our creator. And the reason why a lot of us are bamboozled, if you will, and so caught up in all of these different personalities is because you don't have a personal relationship with God. Your children go into the hospital and they're sick. You got to call the pastor every time to come over and pray for your children. You got to call your prayer partner every time to come over and pray for your children. You don't have enough God in you that you can lay hands on your own child. Matter of fact, let's scratch that. You don't have enough God in you that the same God who gave you your sexual organs can't show you how to control your sexual organs. Help me, God. Yeah, and I mean that, help me too. I had to talk. Me and some of my friends were talking. I'm like, dude, everybody going to the gym, everybody getting in shape. You got girls around here going to get plastic surgery, going to get big butts, going to get all this stuff, getting their hair done, getting their nose chopped off. Even some of the pastors and the preachers and the evangelists, all this plastic surgery. You mean to tell me that you're going to go through all of that work to look good on the outside, but when it comes to your sex life, people can have sex with you unprotected. You take people's semen, you let people ejaculate in you. You don't protect yourself sexually, but on the outside, you have the package, but you don't care nothing about what's going on the inside. And that's why all these diseases keep running rampantly. You got people in relationships and marriages lying. Why did you marry that woman lying to her, man? You know you ain't gonna stay committed. And I think one of my friends got mad with me because I told him the truth. I say, man, you don't need to be in a relationship, man. You don't stay committed. Why would you keep doing this girl like this when you know you're not going to stay committed to her, bro? It's just like, if she shoots you, or y'all know I watch Fatal Attraction, so I was really going out on a limb, but y'all see the videos I do. People are going crazy. You can't play with people's emotions. Like, seriously. And all this, you want to sleep with every woman in every town that you go and preach to. Y'all, that mess is going to catch up with y'all. I'm serious. That mess is going to catch up with y'all, because, see, I think a lot of these pastors think that we're back in 1992 when there was no social media, or 1997. You can go preach over down in Dallas, Texas, and somebody catch you on video, or catch you coming out of a hotel with somebody. And by the time your plane arrive in Atlanta or in New York, that mess is all over social media. That's the kind of time we're living in, y'all. So for y'all pastors and evangelists and prophetess and people who are having extramarital affairs, you're sleeping with some of the women in your church or some of the men in your church, or you're having same-sex relationships. Yeah, I'm going to talk about it on this show, because there's a lot of women who dealing with that, didn't know their husband was gay, and men who didn't know their wife went that way, and then it got out to the whole church, and now that lady's sitting up there embarrassed because you didn't tell her that part of your life. You were delivered. Okay, Donnie, look, all I'm gonna say is, I just think Jamal needs to be truthful with himself, and so truth, because March 15th, y'all, Jamal Bryant wrote this book just this year, March 15, 2017. And this is just like the irony in the whole situation. He wrote a book called, it's a prayer journal, a daily journal. Dear Lord Today, a daily journal, a daily guide for revelation and reflection. Revelation and reflection. What is the revelation that God is telling you when you are accused of stalking, harassing, and, abusing a woman? What is the revelation in that? What is the reflection? How are you going to reflect on this, buddy? And this is how we got to start being truthful. And I know some of y'all be like, oh, you can't talk about the pastor touch not my anointed. Who said he was the anointed? Who said all that? You said that. Just because you think it don't mean it so. That's for you. You don't touch him. And I'm not touching him. I'm talking. And every time these pastors molest a child, cheat on their wives, have same-sex relationships, and you up here in the pulpit preaching against it, or in here telling people to get off drugs, and we find you cracked out. Yeah, I know people got struggles, but the hypocrisy is when you can get up there knowing you doing dirt too, and you preach to people, and you have so much venom in your preaching. And then you fall and you have all these different scandals that come out. And that's when people look at you and they want to turn away from God or turn away from the church. But I want y'all to know those people are not God. Y'all need to stop looking at all these, oh, well, if Paula White said it, if Noel Jones said it, and I love Bishop Noel Jones, y'all know that's my bishop. Oh, if Joel Osteen, all these people, look, I got nothing against them people and what they do. But what I do know is that I have a relationship with God, my creator, for myself. And that if I need something, I can't pick up the phone and go call Noel Jones. Now, maybe some of y'all can, but I can't. And matter of fact, I don't want to, because I want to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living in my life, that I know if I'm in Dubai, if I'm in New York, if I'm in California, if I'm in South America or North America, if I'm in Hawaii, that the same God that is the God of this world can come to me and fix my situation wherever I am. You don't need everybody's prayer cloth and all this holy water and all this stuff, y'all. All this stuff you think you need. Come on, y'all, stop this mess. All you need is that one touch from God. And nobody has to touch you in order for you to get that touch. Got Peter Popoff sending y'all holy water. Got other people sending y'all a prayer cloth. I almost said something. But look, y'all got to get a real relationship for y'all self, man. I'm not saying I'm perfect, and I'm not, I don't follow Jamal Bryant's ministry, as I stated years ago. Like I said, when we started doing videos, I think he's an opportunist, and he is doing what he loves to do, which is be in front of the camera. And I told y'all time and time again, Jamal Bryant is the Tyrese of gospel to me. That's what he is. He's trying to be like a playboy of this. Then he wants to be a social justice warrior. Then he wants to come and tell the women how they should be. Then he wants to sleep with all the women. It's like, come on, bro. It's just really sad. And then he left the beautiful Giselle. I mean, the beautiful Giselle. Come on, man. You gonna leave Miss where she at? She on some housewife show. And then they said he was with one of the other housewives, that the thick one, the real nice, what's the name? Phaedra, the attorney. Yeah, her. He was with her. Then they had, like, it just almost like he loves to be in, like, keeping his name out there. It's like he don't turned like, oh, that's not true. Like, he loves to keep his name out there. And then I know he was dating Tweet. And it's like, I wonder what Tweet saying now with this. What you saying now, Tweet, knowing that this dude who's you were supposed to be committed to, I think you were supposed to be the first lady, and now he's out here doing this. Tweet probably home saying, ooh, there goes Jamal out in the streets. Oh my. Ooh, that nigga's dead. Can't commit to me. No my. No, he can't commit to you. And Tweet, you're a fool if you marry this dude. Y'all, there was a scripture that that I got that really helped me a couple of weeks ago. There was a scripture that really pulled me out of something, and it goes like this. 1 Corinthians 13 chapter in the 11th verse. When I was a child, I spake as a child, I understood as a child, I thought as a child, but when I became a man, or you could put woman in there, I put away childish things. And I'm saying all that to say this, that sometimes when we grow up and we become men and women, some things you say, oh, God gonna take it away, or I need deliverance, or I'm going through this. Y'all, some things we just have to put it away. When we become men and women and adults and we know better, sometimes we just have to put things away, turn away from it and walk, just go. And it's like to be a minister and caught up in this over and over again, Jamal. It's sad, bro. It's real sad. Thank y'all for listening. It's your boy Dawson from D&D TV. Y'all take care of yourself and each other. And please let me know what y'all think down in those comments. I appreciate it. Peace.